Gosh, I haven't gone live in forever. I don't know why. Oh, it's like I don't know why this is so dim. Jeez, it's as dim my own light. No, I'm just kidding. I'm trying to close this. This looks weird to me. I don't know. Maybe I should leave it. I don't know. I don't know. I feel weird. I feel psycho. You guys, I am gonna go nuts. Like, seriously. So I want to talk about this a little bit because I have a little bit of time until my grandma gets here, because I visit my grandma on Wednesdays. She just visits every week. So, oh gosh, but I got some time to talk about this. And I am seriously like, so I want to talk about, hello, bud. I want to talk about my, if you can share to the Discord bot, I appreciate it. I want to talk about, I guess, my sacral opening because it's really like activating right now. And I don't know. I mean, I guess I do know why, because I'm like literally doing the damn work, like doing some meditations and stuff. I rooted, so I got my root chakra active. And I've actually, like I said, I'm not like doing amazing financially at all. It's kind of just like I'm very stable at the moment. And I think that stability is like making me like my sacral is just like ripping open, basically. So I talked about it on my main channel. And after I made that video, and then just in general, it's like I feel it so much where it can feel the sacral energy just surging. And so I called this stream this because it's kind of like I never understood this part of me within like a chakra framework, but it always scared me. So unlike my root, which my root chakra was always fucked up or kind of like trashed or just damaged from a young age, which that's kind of like your connection to like your family line, because I have like the daddy issues or whatever I did anyway. It's like that financial stability aspect, right? Like connection to the body, all that stuff was always not great. A sense of social trust. So, like, trusting society, or like, not really society, because that's kind of more crown, but trusting like social structures, I guess. Never did. The rules, all that stuff. I never was like about it. So, that was very like, my root was just fucked up. The opposite of that is the sacral. So the sacral for me, it's always been very, very, very strong. So what that means is like I've always been an extremely passionate person, and so passionate that it kind of scares me sometimes, because it's like there's just such, it's like lust for life, or like at times anger, like very strong emotions, right? So angry, very like not trying to be like too weird, but I don't know. I don't know why I'm trying to hold back. Have a strong sex drive. I'm not a hoe, so stop. Don't hate it when people assume I'm a whore, but they do, and I'm not. If anything, it's just like it's like I'm careful about it because it means so much to me, if that makes any sense. So it's the opposite. But it's like I don't know what to do with that energy, and it's surging. And there's somebody in particular, I'm not going to get into details at all, but there's somebody that I just hate their guts, basically. I hate them. And so I don't know what to do with that, but I'm going to focus my anger on that person because I actually hate that person. But that's also sacral, right? So it's like passionate love, passionate hate, passionate this, passionate that. It has to do with fun. It has to do a little bit with like, I wonder if it's like feelings around money, things like that. It's very sexual. And for me, it's very aggressive. Like I said, I'm very like, I have a very strong sacral. I used to describe it as like this feeling of like a fire, a wildfire when I was younger, and I would just go for things. It's like I'm impulsive, that kind of thing. So I have to be careful. And obviously, I've done other chakra work, so I don't think I'm going to be like totally crazy. But it's just like I've really suppressed this part of me for a long time, especially within downsizing and within my activism and stuff, because I felt like it was too much or too extra. And I feel like I've also suppressed it within my twin flame dynamic because I judge it in myself. So I feel like he would hate it, that kind of thing. But what does it feel like? But it feels like fire. It's like a fire that's ferociously burning. And if it's like at this moment, it feels very out of control, but it's not. Like I'm fine. But again, it's like feelings are not always reality, right? So when we're dealing with feelings, they're valid in and of themselves, but they're not always real. So it's like the sacral part of me is very Scorpio. It's like my scorpionic side. So as you can see, like how I'm talking in this, you can kind of feel the passion coming back. You can feel the emotion in my voice, which I think my twin flame, I guess I should just call him Mr. Dirty. I think he's been like, what the fuck is wrong with you, Alex? Like, I think he's been very like, where is this bitch? I think it's funny because when you think about this stuff, it's so like reflective, it is like a perfect mirror. And I feel like he's being so fake. And I think he feels like I am, but it's in different ways. Like for me, I feel like it's his throat chakra. So it's like I feel like he doesn't express what he really thinks, or, he just barely says anything. He's barely present at this point online. And with me, he probably is like, where's that passionate, fiery bitch that I love? Where's that, why are you acting so gray and boring? Where the fuck is he? It's probably what he's thinking too. And I'm like, this is where I've been. It's like it's back. And I have to face this now. Like I think even for my own growth, like even not considering him at all, like just myself, I have to. Like this is my creativity. This is my drive in a lot of ways. This is my passion. But it's a little bit much for me. So I don't know how to like organize it or how to like utilize it correctly all the time because it feels so powerful and it's just starting. But it's like there's certain things I've been saying in private about certain things, and it feels so good to just like unleash a little bit. And I feel like it's like go, go, go. And I have been suppressed for a long time. So I think it's like maybe it's just super powerful because of the suppression. But yeah, it's very like I feel a lot of anger. I feel a lot of rage, but I also feel like a lot of passion. And then it's like just honesty. It's this brute force honesty, brute force emotional truth. Because I feel like the sacral is all about like these very based emotions or very like I don't want to say it's id because I think the root is more id, like that's more of like your lizard brain is more rootish, but the sacral is like a step above that, right? So it's kind of like the sacral is like your subconscious reactions and your deepest thoughts or like deepest feelings about things. It's like if you look at somebody and you think, oh my God, that person is so ugly. That's sacral, that's the sacral. Like it's not very politically correct either. Like I would say the sacral chakra it's very much like your base reaction or your emotional reaction. So it's like that person is so fucking hot or that person is so ugly. You see, that's very sacral. And it's like it's very discouraged today to have sacral energy. Like, I think Gen Z in general has a lot of issues with their sacral chakra because it has a lot to do with unpredictability. It has to do with like excitement and surprises, like being surprised. If you can't handle being surprised, you probably have a blocked sacral. So it's like if you don't need to know everything all the time, like for me, I've been so rigid for so long, and I think I needed to be because of my CalDEF and just everything I was doing, especially last year. It was so fucking hard last year. Oh my God, it was so hard. The whole year was so hard in terms of that. And so I had to kind of tone this down in order to function. And I think I freaked out. Mr. Jordy, I think he's like, ew, like, who's this gray bitch? You know, like, I want my fiery, colorful, firecracker, divine feminine, you know, bitch, basically. Like, that's probably how he felt, which, I don't know, to me, I'm like, when I look at him, I'm like, where's my smart, divine masculine? Why are you acting so stupid? That's how I feel. I'm like, gosh, that blocked throat chakra, you act so dumb. You're playing dumb so much. It's like, I miss the intelligent divine masculine. I miss him. I miss your intelligence. It's gone. It's left the room. Obviously, it's still there, but it's just buried. And it's like, I don't know. I mean, for me, it's like, I got to be the change, right? I got to do what I got to do. This is what I'm in control of, which it's like, I'm in control of my sacral and what I'm doing. And I don't know, it's just weird. It's weird. And I've been kind of upset with him a lot lately. So I think it kind of like activated it too, because it's like I had some emotional reactions toward him. And it was very sacral, where it's like, oh my gosh, you know. And then now I'm just like, well, I need to just let it go. I need to just let it fly because I don't think I'm going to get anywhere, you know? And I think if I don't engage with it, it's like, this is my creativity. This is my fun. This is my pleasure. Like, if I can't deal with these ugly feelings like jealousy, hate, rage, disgust, like feelings of wanting revenge on somebody, right? Like, if I can't deal with these feelings, then I'm not going to have joy, fun, pleasure, sensuality. I'm not going to come across as sexy either because it's like I'm just blah. It's like you end up just kind of looking blah. And so it's like, well, I'm going to use it. I have a fucking powerful sacral. I have a lot of sexual energy. Why don't I use it? Why am I hiding it? Why am I burying it? What am I getting out of not utilizing something that I have in terms of like energy, you know? And I'm not talking like selling myself or anything like that. I'm just talking about like, it's something I inherently have. My sacral has always been strong. And so it's like, why am I burying that? Why am I burying a strength I've always had? And it's just interesting. And I think there is something in society today or in general where we feel like we have to bury parts of ourselves, or we feel like we have to kind of debase ourselves in a way, or like shit on these qualities that we have. Like for me, it's this passion. It's this like sensuality, this passion, this emotional energy that's so strong. And for Mr. Jordy, it's his intelligence. He's so smart, you guys. And he feels like he has to debase it. And I don't get it. And it's like, I'm sitting here judging what he's doing, and I'm doing the same fucking thing because we mirror each other. So it's like, I shouldn't do that either then. Like, I need to take my own advice. Like, fuck what everybody thinks. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. It's like, people are jealous. When it comes to this day and age, like, people are so jealous. They are such haters. They want to take you down. They feel threatened by your power. They feel threatened by what you have that they don't. And because they're a shitty fucking person, because they're a piece of shit, that if they had power, they would use it against you. They assume that you would do the same. To which it's like, you can fuck yourself. That's how I feel about it. I don't give a fuck about your perception of what I'm gonna do with the power I have. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. And it's like, why am I like acting like I care? What is wrong with me? And I wonder if for me it was a bit of the Cal Def vibes, like if it just kind of fucked my hormones a bit because it's like I don't understand, why that happened. I don't know. Or like why I think that's a good idea or something, but I've struggled with it a lot. Like I used to like back in 2019, I'd have these videos where I'd be like, I don't want to be a bitch anymore. I don't know. I feels mean. I don't know. And it's like every time I haven't been a bitch, it's just made things worse. It always makes things worse. And it's like, because Alex, this is your sacral side. The bitch is the sacral. The bitch is that passion and drive and creativity. That's what that is. And you don't always have to be a bitch, but it's like, it's not my fault if everybody acts so dumb all the time. I mean, the way my sacral feels is it's like, it's not my fault if everybody wants to be a loser. I don't have to be one with you. That's what my sacral wants to say, you know? And I think people just don't understand, like, there's different aspects of us. Like, obviously, my heart chakra is that level of me is like, well, people are insecure and people have been told that this is wrong. And so they feel like they can't express themselves. So then they don't want you to express yourself either, or they get jealous of it. And my heart part is like, well, you should have empathy for that person and you should view their struggle as it is. And, it's that kind of thing. So it's like, I understand this chakra work has been so interesting because you have to balance it all, and I think when you're like, for me, when my sacral is opening, I have to do a lot of balancing with the heart. Your heart has to be strong. Otherwise, you go crazy. Otherwise, I just go nuts. But it's like, I'm just tired of suppressing these feelings. I'm tired of suppressing this stuff. It's like, why am I acting like I'm not competitive? Why am I acting like I'm not in a good position? Why am I acting like I'm not in a strong place? Why do I act like a victim? Why am I acting like this? I didn't do fucking amazing work last year. Why am I debasing all that? Why am I acting like I'm not in a good place with my twin flame? I am. Like, why do I have no confidence in that? Or why do I act like I don't? And it's like, I think for me, it's just, I think it's different. Like, I think for him, he is worried about what other people think. He's so fucking worried about it. Oh my God, you're so worried about it. Gosh, kills me. And then he'll literally like lecture people and be like, I don't think we should care what other people think. He's the worst. You're the worst at it, Mr. Jordy. You are the worst. You care more than anybody I know. But I actually don't care. So with me, it's like, I really don't give a fuck. And I care about my own self, where I judge myself, where I'm like, ew, you're psycho. Like I tell myself, I'm like, you're psychotic. You are nuts. Or like, you can't be like this. Like I'm terrified of my own power or my own like passion because it's just so much. And so it comes from like a self criticism with me. I really don't care what other people think. I care about what I think, and I feel like I'm almost like self-oppressing. It's like I'm oppressing myself because I'm so like it's like I'm over moralizing myself or something. It's like, oh, this is wrong, or you shouldn't this. You always have to be understanding, Alex, or you're in this position, you're an activist, you have to be like this, and you can't be like that, and you can't just say that that person's ugly. It's like you're not allowed to have those emotions. You're not allowed to do that, Alex, because you're an activist. You have to like rise above or whatever. And it's like, yeah, but like I already did the damn thing at this point. It's like I need to balance my life. Like I have a life too. I have goals too. I'm a human being too. I'm allowed to think somebody's ugly. I am. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and why am I so like, I don't know. It's so gay. I don't know. I'm so gay, I guess. I don't know. It's like, ugh. Um, because why am I like that? Why am I like, I don't know. You shouldn't feel like this. Da, da, da." Like, why do I say that to myself? Like, who cares? What has it gotten me? You know? What has holding back gotten me? Literally nothing. Jack shit. So it's like, I have to work on it, clearly. Like, I need it to integrate into the rest of me because obviously I can't totally let my sacral just take control of everything or I'll just act crazy all the time. But I think I have to like let it integrate like I let the root integrate because my root was like very fear. There's a lot of fears. Like I was having panic attacks and stuff. And this is just like, um, it's like that sort of, I want to say like debasement or something. It's like, it's that feeling of like acting like a victim or something, you know? It's like, you're not a victim. You've done a good job. Like, be proud of what you've accomplished. Be happy about it. And I think for me, like that was always put down too when I was younger. Like whenever I had a passion or I felt good about something, somebody was there to shut it down, or I would get bullied, or people would attempt to bully me and stuff because I was happy about something, because I was happy about something I accomplished. And it's like, it's because they were insecure. It had nothing to do with me. It was their fault for being a loser. It's not my fault that you're a loser. I don't have to be one with you. And I think that's what my sacral is like screaming at me right now. Like today, you know, it's like, just go for it. Like, why, especially in millennials, like, why was our competitive side so demonized to where it's like we have to be competitively uncompetitive? It's literally dumb. It's the stupidest thing ever. And it's like the world is more cutthroat and ruthless than it's ever been. And we're supposed to like fight with a hand behind our back. We're supposed to like, because it makes us a good person, even though it makes like you're not even liked. You don't get anything out of it. You don't get money out of it. You don't get liked. You don't actually accomplish anything. So it's not like you're actually accomplishing a moral good because you can't. You know, if I didn't have this energy, I wouldn't have been able to be an activist. If I didn't have the rage towards fat activism, I wouldn't have been able to continue because that passion is what kept me going all this time. And it's like, I don't understand why I felt like that was a good idea. Why I've struggled with this for so many years. Like there's been so many times, and it's like because people tell you, they're like, oh my gosh, you have to stop, Alex. And oh my God. Because they're scared of what I will do. Because if they had the power that I have, they would be horrible people with it. That's what it is. So they're telling on themselves. If somebody wants you to be powerless, it's because they're scared of what they would do, or it's because if they had the power that you have, they would be a horrible person and they project it onto you. And that's what it is. That's what it is. And, you know, it's like, I think when it comes to um, me and my twin flame dynamic, I think me and him, we both fear each other leaving. And to us, I think that would be the scariest thing for both of us. And that's what we're both scared of. So it's like we're holding this gun to each other, like all the time. Like, you better not leave. And it's like, you better not leave. You better not leave. You know, but you know, it's like we're like that, where it's like, fucking dare, you know? And it would be a nightmare situation, like if we became enemies or something. But I don't think that's going to happen. But I was scared of that for a minute because he's so powerful. He's a very powerful person. And I think he feels similarly about me, like I am too. And we have like opposite strengths. Again, we're mirrors, right? But it's like, I told him recently, like, we just have to work together. Together, we're unstoppable. Together, we can do anything. And I think that that's their biggest fear, is that people that have power, powerful people, work together. That's whoever they are, whatever agenda it is, they are most scared of us uniting and kind of like leveling up society or leveling up the collective through that unity. They want division and fear, and they want the automatization of society, and they want everybody to feel alone and scared and like everybody hates you and all this crap. Like, these narratives are pushed constantly all the time by the media. If you turn off the TV, if you turn off all the crap and the social media and stuff, or you just don't pay attention to a lot of the political stuff, you would see that most people don't hate you and that it's just stupid. And again, people that write hate comments or whatever, it's like, whatever. Like for me, it's like I have a cause. Like, obviously, this channel is not the cause. Like, this channel is just diary. This is diary cringe, whatever, right? This is just, I'm crazy and I'm on here just doing this because it's like a creative thing for me. And I think it's a part of my sacral opening is like, I want to be back on here, because it's like, hey guys, that's my sacral. It's like my inner freaky Nikki. But it's my Scorpio side. I love you so, 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 so much. I don't think I could live without you. That's my Scorpio side. So obviously that's not all I got. I got a lot of stuff going on in my chart, but it's just funny because it's like, why do I fear that? Or why am I like, oh no, you feel passionate. Oh my God, that's so scary. That's so cringe. Oh my God, don't ever be passionate. Let me see what Bot said. You gotta just remember that humans think all kinds of weird stuff and not take it personal against yourself, and don't say bad things about yourself. Is is that like people in your YouTube video comments? I think it's just like a lot of things. Like, I think it's things I heard growing up a lot, which is more rooted too. So it's like I still am dealing with the root chakra integration because it's like my roots. So what I heard growing up, what I dealt with as a teenager and a child, that kind of thing. So I do feel like root work has to be done in tandem or before sacral work. But I think like there was even times like back in 2014, for example, when I was kind of like over it. I had my moment where I was like, I'm fucking done trying to please people. Like, I had that moment. And for me, I only lasted till I was 22. And then I just dropped the people pleasing bullshit. I was like, I can't do it. I tried to be a people pleaser for 4 years. I tried from 2009 to 2013. And so maybe I think it was 4 years, 4 or 5 years. And it was the most miserable time of my life. And I had this moment where I was like, people want you to twist yourself into a pretzel. I was like, they will take and take and take until you literally die. Like, it will never be enough for them. And so I just snapped. And so like at 21 or 22, I completely snapped. And I was like, I don't give a fuck about pleasing anybody anymore. And then I got like massively canceled at the time because of course I did. Because I was sick of taking people's shit and I was sick of dealing with things and I was sick of acting like I was in this like bad social strata or whatever. I was just tired of it because I think that that's the thing that people don't understand. It's like, I can play the game. I've played it before. I know what to say and do to be popular. I know what to say and do to climb a social ladder. I just did it really early. I was already pretty popular when I was in like middle school and high school and all that crap. Like, not really high school because I was over it, but it's like, I think for me, I didn't value it because it was easy for me to fit in or whatever. Even with everything going against me and all the stuff that supposedly, according to the gay community, I should have had all these problems and oh my God, and you're never going to be liked and whatever the fuck bullshit. I was popular. People liked me. So I think it's kind of like people have a I think that sometimes people make things political that are personal. It's like maybe it was your attitude or maybe you just weren't cool, which I know that people hate to hear that, but again, you have to have that kind of honesty, right? That's a sacral honesty. And I think for me, it's not really like I didn't care about it because even when I was younger, I saw that it was a prison. I saw that when you have that, people, they are so controlling and they want you to like sacrifice yourself all the time when you have that status. So it's very like Mean Girls, right? Where it's like it's lonely at the top, or you have to like constantly just like you're so controlled. And I just hated it. I hated it. And so I rebelled because I was like, I don't give a fuck. And so then I was out because I rebelled. And that was devastating to me because I think for me, I didn't expect it to be so drastic. Like I didn't expect to have such a dramatic fall from grace as like a 22-year-old. But I just kind of rode with it because after that I was free. And then I just kind of thought about things and philosophized and that's why I got stronger in a lot of ways, you know, because I was on my own. And that's why I have my independent mind and why I can think and why I'm not scared to say how I think and stuff. You know, it's like I don't care, but that doesn't mean that I don't still have that sacral side that knows what's cool and what isn't, that knows what's hot and what's not, that knows what's socially relevant and socially stupid. I know it to a certain extent, you know, that sacral's there. I got it. And it's like, well, I should merge. You know, you can kind of shift things, you can shift a culture, you can make things better, but it's like, I'm not going to make things better by being outside of it. I'm not going to make things better by debasing myself and just sitting here and like twiddling my thumbs and being holier than thou. That's not going to do anything either. By not being involved, it's not going to do anything. By running, that's not going to do anything. I ran a lot when I was in my 20s, and it was stupid. Every time I ran, it was dumb. Every single time. I don't think there was a single time in my life where I ran from something and it worked out. It didn't. It never did. And so it's like my sacral is also, to a certain extent, my loyalty and my ability to stick things through. And it's like, you know, I think Mr. Jordy's probably worried about some of the things I'm telling him. He probably thinks like, oh my God, Alex is pissed. He's going to run. I'm not running, but I'm going to keep showing up. You want me to show up? You want to know what I think? Okay, here I am. I'm going to tell you what I think. But I'm not running from you. No, sir. I'm not. But it's like, I need to stop running from myself. I need to stop running from this part of me, you know? This crazy girly pop weirdo part of me that I'm like, not even weirdo. I don't know why I'm calling it weird. It's not. I think it's probably the most normal part of me, to be honest. I think the weirdest part of me is like my mind. You know, I'm so independent in how I think. That's the weirdest part. People don't like my words. I think my voice is weird, like my literal voice and my words. But it's like weird. Like if somebody's ugly and I think they're ugly, most people think they're ugly. That's actually normal. You know what I mean? So it's just interesting to think about and like you said, not, I guess, shame myself for these emotions or not, you know, I think it's more about myself. It's not even really about what I say about things. I don't have to say that somebody's ugly because I think they are, you know? I think that's the misconception. Like you still have to have other chakras to balance out, but it's like, why do I feel like I shouldn't feel it or I shouldn't feel that way? or I should stop, or why do I feel like when it's somebody like Mr. Jordy, who I'm close to, why do I feel like I can't tell him what I feel? That's stupid. It's like certain things can be private, certain things can be public. It can be different. It's okay in some regard because some things are appropriately stated privately, but some things are not appropriately stated publicly, if that makes sense. Like there's a difference. And I understand that. So if Mr. Jordy's watching, no, I'm never going to embarrass you. I'm never going to. I would never. Because that's just horrible. I would never do that. I know that you would hate it. I would feel horrible about it. I'm in your corner all the time. I'm not trying to actually like take you down at all. And I just would never do that. I don't know. It's like, ooh, no. Like when I think of that in my mind, I'm like, no. Because not good. But I'll say things in private, you know? So that's how I feel, which I think I'm learning all that. And I don't know. I got a lot to learn. I do think I should embrace it, but you're not helping. You're a weirdo, but you don't have to deal with the backlash. No, I'm just kidding. But I actually don't. I think for me, I don't care that much about the backlash because I mean, I do. Like, I don't want to say something stupid, like for my activistic channel. But it's like, I want to still be on point, but the emotions and the passion and that I think is still there and it needs to be there. And I have to just integrate this in and I think it will be fine. So I'm going to figure it out. I am. But I feel so, like everything I say is fire now, you know? It's like the song, it's the mad woman, because I'm mad. I am mad. I am so mad about certain things, and it's like I'm gonna say how mad I am, you know? And yeah, I guess that's everything. I guess that's all I had to say today. I'm like, I feel like I just like, blah. So I think I'm gonna go actually. I'm tired now. That was like a lot of energy for me. I'm still introvert at the end of the day, but I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.